Greetings, pregnant for my auntie's husband. Confession, pregnant for my auntie's husband. My aunt took me in her home from I was about 10 years old as my parents could not take care of me. She and her husband showered me with love and care just like she did her other 2 daughters. I was not wanting for nothing. When I turned 13, my body started developing voluptuous. I had a mature look and boys started making passes at me. My step-uncle would curse them out and encourage me not to get involved with no man. I adored him as a father figure. I could talk to him about anything. At the age of 15, he started getting closer to me. My bedroom was next to their room and he would come by at nights to check on me before bed. He started telling me how beautiful and sexy I was. At that tender age, I felt something greater than a fatherly love. I felt tingles between my legs whenever he came around. I was embarrassed to tell anyone, so I kept it to myself. One day we were home alone and he offered for us to watch a porn video. It was my first time watching it, and it turned me on very much. I guess he saw my reaction and drew closer beside me. He started massaging my face and asked if I wanted to feel the way the girls in the video were feeling. I told him yes because the sensation between my legs was getting worse. That day he took my virginity and acted every style we saw in the video. We were having an affair going on in the same house. I started hating on my aunt because I could not stand to see her with my man. He would give me money and take care of me. I told my aunt I was going to a friend's home for a weekend, but instead I went with her husband to a hotel. I looked very mature, so no one suspected that I was really young. We had so much fun exploring each other. The following month I missed my period and then I found out I was pregnant for him. It was the happiest feeling ever. My aunt assumed I was pregnant for a boy at school. Little did she know I was bringing her step-baby. He is adamant that I have to stay under that roof because he wants to continue our relationship. I love him so much and I cannot wait for my aunt to find out about us, for her and my cousins to leave. Anonymous. Greetings, for men to my thing. Confession. For men to my thing. I know people are going to judge me wrongfully, but that's fine. I am 35 years old, and I have 4 men currently. All of these men have different purposes in my life. Man 1 is the love of my life, but he is not up to scratch financially. He is my husband, and we have been married for 8 years. He doesn't know he is getting bun, and thinks I am a saint. We have a beautiful daughter, so I have to work extra for us to live comfortably. Man 2 is my old sugar daddy. He is 78 years old and he is also my formal boss. He is very much impotent, so all he requires is for me to dress sexy and massage his body. His family have me as the perfect office manager, but I am also assistant manager for his pockets. Man 3 is my long-distance Stella. He is quite young at 24 years old. He doesn't have money to give me, but he can work good. He does things to my body that the others cannot do. Whenever we meet up, I pay for the accommodation from the money I receive from the sugar daddy. I have feelings for him, but nowhere near love. He knows I am married and plays his role very well. Man 4 is my husband's best friend and my part-time lover. He is the one who would be a competition for my husband. I have deep feelings for this one, and he is my daughter's godfather. He is always around at home with his family, so it doesn't seem suspect when we are alone. He takes care of us financially, and plays his cards extremely well. He is very jealous over me and sometimes quarrel when I am too close with my husband around him. I think he is crazy, as he has been trying to get me pregnant, but I take my birth controls rigorously. I may have to break it off with him because his jealousy is becoming overwhelming. Anonymous. Greetings. Confession. I think I am reaping the sins of my mother. I grew up in a household in the deep rural countryside. I lived with my mother, father, and 3 sisters. At an early age, my mom used to carry us to this man who would give us different baths and lotions to rub on our bodies. When I was going to all-age school, anybody troubled any of us, we would go visit the man and they would stop. As the years passed by, it was like the norm to visit this man for everything. My mom told us he was a family friend, but knowledge led me to know that he was an Obia man. I would go to church and learn about the Bible and know the practices were evil doings. Whenever my mom would want to take us for our yearly visits, I would come up with all sorts of excuses not to go. When I was 19 years old, I overheard a conversation where she spoke to someone about her riding a monkey to get a wealthy man. The graphic details she provided of how she allowed a monkey to have sex with her was heart-crushing. She said she then had a feast where she slaughtered a goat head for the celebration. That was my breaking point. I had to get away from that woman as she was an evil person. I applied for a job in Kingston and never went back to that house. I only spoke with her on the telephone. I have to wonder if she did something to me, as I cannot maintain a relationship. No matter how nice the lady is, the relationship cannot last. I am also very abusive towards women, and it is something I cannot control. I now live in California as I tried to get very far away from Jamaica. However, it seems her curse is following me. I am very lonely and desire companionship, but I just cannot keep a relationship. Women are always wanting to be in relationships with me, but it always starts out good, then seems that monkey spirit chips in. Write to us via WhatsApp 1-876-353-1389 and remember to subscribe and share, dear Mckoy.